ATVs emerged in popularity in recent years, with riders loving their versatility and go-anywhere nature. Even I rent ATVs often to go on adventure rides with my wife, although I am a certified car enthusiast. From my reasonable experience with ATVs, I learned that the latest models are all great at traversing challenging terrains. Sure, some are better than others, but for most riders, even cheaper ATVs will do the trick. With these vehicles, the limiting factor is actually the tires, not the ATV itself. The reason for that is the variety of surfaces you will be riding on. Namely, hard-packed surfaces like dirt or gravel require different tires than mud and sand, for example. And let's not forget about intermediate and rocky surfaces, or turf, all of which have different requirements. As a result, manufacturers of ATV tires have many different tire models for ATVs, aiming to satisfy the needs of every driver. Having a choice is always great, but the need to choose between that many options can be dizzying, especially for novice ATV riders. But you won't have to worry about that because I will give you the best ATV tires for every type of ride. In my list, I will include all-terrain tires, which are the best for most people, but also performance tires for experienced riders, mud tires, and sand tires. Choose a model that suits your riding scenario, and I'm sure you will be satisfied. So if you're in the market for a set of ATV tires, be sure to check out this video, and the links in the description box before making your final purchase. Now, without further delay, let's jump into the video. Number 1. Kenda Bear Claw K299. Best all-terrain ATV tires. Kenda's Bear Claw K299 model is the gold standard among ATV riders across the world. It's a tire that doesn't perform exceptionally on any surface, but instead strikes the best balance. For ATV riders that don't focus on any particular surface and just want a dependable tire for their next adventure, the Bear Claw K299 will have them covered. The tread pattern on Kenda's most popular tire is directional. It has a 6-ply construction and a built-in rim guard. But the thing that riders praise it for the most is the long-wearing tread compound. The tread life of the Bear Claw K299 is insanely good. Riders are easily getting 4 years of this tire, even when driven on hard-packed surfaces. On top of that, it has excellent resistance against punctures, cuts, and chips, which only adds to its excellent durability record. The fairly sizable lugs also make this tire a good performer in shallow mud. You could even attack corners more aggressively in shallow mud. Although not really designed for riding over larger rocks, the Bear Claw K299 provides reasonable traction on intermediate surfaces. Meanwhile, despite the fairly aggressive tread pattern of the Bear Claw K299, it rides smoothly on paved roads. It doesn't have a lot of traction, particularly when it rains, but that is expected for such a tire. As a bonus, thanks to its tread design, this tire provides solid traction in unpacked snow, so it's rideable during the winter as well. Number 2. Tusk Terraform. Best all-terrain ATV tires. The Terraform is another all-terrain tire with a directional tread pattern that is similar to the Bear Claw K299. Notably, it includes 3/4-inch lugs and an open tread designed for traction and clean out on various surfaces. It also has side lugs for added grip and protection, and a 6-ply construction for durability, just like its closest rival. The Terraform works exceptionally well on hard-packed surfaces. There was also enough lateral grip for a more spirited ride on gravel or dirt roads, and the directional stability was very good as well. Furthermore, the Tusk Terraform performs pretty well in shallower mud. The lateral blocks, which extend well into the sidewalls, provide very good traction in mud. With that said, few will have problems with how this tire performs in the desert. It's reasonably fast and grippy, with good agility. Its performance on sand is also commendable. The Tusk Terraform does perform very well in unpacked snow, though. I found that it has enough traction to propel you forward and feels planted in the corners. On paved roads, the Tusk Terraform surprised me with how smooth and quiet it is, even at higher speeds. Number 3. Carlisle All-Trail ATV Tire. Best mild all-terrain ATV tires. Carlisle's all-trail ATV tire is the least aggressive on this list. Instead of large lugs, it features closely spaced tread blocks, which look a lot like truck, SUV all-terrain tires. Moreover, the casing is only 4-ply rated, meaning the puncture resistance will be lower, and the tread overall is more susceptible to cuts. Owners are satisfied with the tread life, though overall, the Carlisle All-Trail won't last as long as its rivals. Furthermore, this tire works excellently on hard-packed surfaces with small rocks, like dirt and gravel. It might lack the initial acceleration traction of its rivals, but feels more stable at speed and generally more agile. Thanks to its tightly spaced blocks, the Carlisle All-Trail also performs well on turf. It not only provides good traction but also doesn't damage the surface, which is great news for riders that don't want to leave a large footprint when riding an ATV. And don't get me talking about the mud performance of this tire, because there is not much to say there. Namely, the tight and shallow grooves can't dig into the mud, and the whole tread will quickly be clogged up. This is even true in shallow mud, where the Carlisle All-Trail performs worse than most other all-terrain tires. With that said, while the Carlisle All-Trail lacks the digging action necessary to get you going on the sand, it does feel stable at speed. This makes it a good tire for the desert, especially deserts without sand dunes. Number 4. Maxxis Razor 2. Best high-performance ATV tires. If you are looking for an ATV tire that will give you the best possible performance for racing days, or maybe you want a fun-to-drive tire with astonishing traction in the desert, there is currently no better option than Maxxis' latest high-performance ATV tire, the Razor 2. The best thing about the Razor 2 is that it is one of the lightest ATV tires available, despite the heavy-duty 6-ply construction. I immediately felt how light it was when accelerating, turning, and braking. The ATV simply felt livelier and responded more rapidly to my inputs. The reason why you'd want the Razor 2 is to drive fast on hard-packed surfaces. Dirt, gravel, intermediate rocks, the desert, you name it, the Razor 2 will perform at the highest level. This is a tire that will give you the initial traction to get you quickly at speed, but it feels even more amazing in the corners, with outstanding stability. The tread pattern isn't really designed for driving in mud, though the tread's self-cleaning properties are pretty good. This is a special tire, after all, designed to tackle hard-packed surfaces, that is, everything in the desert. Number 5. SunF A27. Best high-performance ATV tires. The SunF A27 is the closest rival to the Maxxis Razor 2, with a similar tread pattern and overall construction. It is a proven tire in racing circles, with exceptional performance on loose and compact hard-packed surfaces, excellent puncture resistance, and a durable tread compound. Like with the Razor 2, you will get the most from the SunF A27 in the desert. This tire isn't picky about the terrain. Its X-knob tread blocks work well on loose soil, intermediate terrains, compacted gravel, and even sand. As a result, you can go out in the desert knowing that the tires will get you covered. Thanks to its particularly aggressive design, the SunF A27 performs excellently on turf, where it has more than enough traction to get you going. Like most racing tires, the SunF A27 won't perform well on mud-covered terrains. It does have solid traction in shallow mud, but the knobs can trap mud, worsening the traction over time. Also, since this tire has no paddles, traction in deep mud will be very limited. With that said, the SunF A27 works well over larger rocks, particularly when aired down. Number 6. ITP Mega Mayhem. Best mud terrain ATV tires. ITP's Mega Mayhem features a similar tread design with large directional lugs designed to dig into the mud. This particular model has 1.5 inches deep lugs. Due to its medium-sized lugs, this tire actually feels better to drive in shallow mud, as there is not much tread flex. The tires remain responsive in speed and feel very stable during acceleration, cornering, and braking, enabling you to drive fast on sections that allow it. The Mega Mayhem also features a bias ply internal construction. Thus, it is heavy and not well suited to hard-packed terrains. Sure, the tread design will give you all the traction in the world, but your ATV won't be very responsive or stable at speed. The bias ply construction has its benefits, though. For instance, the Mega Mayhem is very resistant to punctures and cuts, and its stiff lugs also can't be easily damaged. The tread life will be lower than on a radial tire, but you won't have issues with that if you primarily ride in the mud. Also, thanks to the stiffer construction, the Mega Mayhem allows riding at lower pressures, which makes it a good option for rock crawling. I was also impressed by its performance in the sand. The tire has good acceleration traction, and once it gets going, it floats well over the surface. Number 7. Sedona Cyclone. Best ATV tires for sand. The Sedona Cyclone is a special tire for riding in deep sand. Thus, if you are the type of ATV rider that wants to impress other people on the beach or Dakar-like desert conditions impress you, this is the tire for you. The Cyclone comes in two different designs for the front and back wheels. The front Cyclone has vertical lugs that provide lateral stability and flotation into the mix, while the back tires have large paddles for increased traction. As a result, this tire will provide you with exceptional acceleration traction in the sand. Sure, you will make a large cloud of particles around you once you twist the throttle, but due to the exceptional traction, you will quickly be gone and feed your lungs with fresh air. The Cyclone also feels very stable once you get going. You will feel like flying over those sandy dunes, just like Dakar rally riders do. But the Sedona Cyclone is sadly not a good tire on other surfaces. That's all from my end. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification. If you need more information or want to know product price, do check out my description. Or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I post new videos every day, so be sure to check back often. Thanks for watching and see you next time.